Good morning. We are leaving Wadi Rum today to go to the Dead Sea, and on the way we will be stopping at the baptismal site of Jesus. So I think a lot of the girls are pretty excited about that as well. It's an experience that was added on for us at a request. So super excited about that. So we'll talk later. Thanks for continuing to watch if you're still with us, or if you're new, thanks for watching. Hope you find the information in these videos helpful. More later. Every time we come back to the bus, we all have to check and make sure that our luggage is getting loaded on the bus, which is a nice thing, because then we know our bags didn't get left behind.
It's going to be another 2 hours to the baptism site. The baptism site visit usually takes the maximum of 1.5 hours, and then we will be at the hotel somewhere around lunchtime. And then there will be free time for the rest of the day and tomorrow. Which is right at the beach. Tomorrow morning, when it's not so hazy, you will see a clear view of the mountains of Jerusalem, which means we are driving now alongside the Jordan River, which is the natural border between the Jordan and Israel, and also between Jordan and Palestine. Nearby. So what we see here, right here, is the main stream of the Jordan River. Nearby this baptism site, it's the only crossing. You will see a lot of signs that says King Hussein Bridge on this road. We're nearby King Hussein Bridge, which is the only crossing in between Jordan and the West Bank, the Palestinian territory, not the Israeli territory. Which means all the Palestinians in the West Bank, and we're speaking about over 5 million, if they want to leave the West Bank, which is the area we're looking at, the straight left, those hazy mountains, they have to cross using King Hussein Bridge first to Jordan and then fly wherever they want from Jordan. So when we arrive at the baptism site, we'll need a permission for the bus from the military. So you'll see a lot of military there. It's guarded by the military because it's a normal thing, because it's a site that is right at the border with Israel. It's a Palestinian territory, but the borders are of course controlled by Israel. And therefore, this site, one of the interesting facts about it, that it was discovered in relatively recent time. The late 90s, because people never could excavate in this area, although they noticed the baptismal site, but they could not excavate until the peace treaty was signed between Jordan and Israel in 1994, where they excavated the exact site that Jesus Christ was baptized by John the Baptist. According to the Bible, it says that John used to baptize people beyond the Jordan. So Bethany, beyond the Jordan, the word beyond the Jordan gives you that, whoever wrote the Bible was in Palestine, in Nazareth, in Jerusalem, in Bethlehem, but John the Baptist was beyond the Jordan, so under that word, so he was in the east bank of the Jordan River, and that's what we will do, we will see. So we will see the Church of John the Baptist, which was built in the 4th century AD under the command of Helena, the mother of Constantine. And then we will walk up to the Jordan River until you are by the river and you can actually touch the water. So when they were excavating in that area in 1996, they found one of the buildings that it was destroyed by floods and rebuilt repeatedly over the span of 20 years for 6 times. So apparently they were so keen on building that same building in the exact same space, even though they know it's easily destroyed by the floods, and they had the suspicion that this is the place. The only thing was to confirm was to dig to the eastwards of that building to see whether or not it has a staircase, and it had, and it led to a specific area, square, surrounded by 4 pillars, and that's where John the Baptist baptized Jesus. They also uncovered another thing nearby. It's called the Mantle Chapel, where Jesus Christ took off his mantle before he went down to the water. So we will see that first, and this area now, it's dry because the Jordan River is much lower than it used to be before, because most of the water are being taken for agricultural purposes. That's the city of Jericho, which is a city in the West Bank, and it's mentioned repeatedly in the Bible, and it's known to the anthropologists to be the oldest city known to man. So people have been living in Jericho for the last 12,000 years. And that's the city of Jericho, just across the Jordan River from Bethany, where we are right now. It's also known that in Bethany, that also another thing happened 900 years before Jesus, and when Prophet Elijah ascended to the sky in a chariot of fire. No, it's called the tamarisk, and the tamarisk will give like a fluffy, it's not fruit, but it will have like fluffy feathers that grow on top of the trees. In winter time, they'll all fall on the ground. It will look like it's all snow, although it never snowed in this area. It snows up there in Amman, but here. So this is a demonstration and we are standing here looking at this small space, at these 4 areas, and in here you will see the names, the white squares, the names of the people who are like the historians who actually wrote back in the days describing this area. And then whenever it rains in winter and then the level of the river rises, it will have another branch that fills up this area right here, and this is what led to the discovery, because as they were excavating, you can see that this is like way lower, and there was no way that they could dig that deep for the whole area. What they discovered first was this, and then as we circle around it,
that the floor of the church was built and destroyed, you will see the layers. So it was built 6 times. Every time they will build the floor, and the floor is a mosaic. And also did those right there.
Thank you. These are different layers of when this church was rebuilt several times because of the flooding of the Jordan River.
So it was like time consuming. So the idea was like, why would they like give that much effort if they know that probably after 2 or 3 years when the flood come, it will destroy it. So when they excavated eastwards, according to this man here, if you excavate eastwards, there will not be an apse, there will be a staircase that lead you to the exact spot where Jesus was baptized.
Jerusalem. And now you can say that you have been at the lowest point of on Earth. So it's 420 meters, that's like 1,200 feet below normal sea level. So it's the lowest point on Earth.